Welcome to Premier Lacrosse League presented by Michelob Ultra. Tonight, the PLL playoffs continue from Ohio's capital. The final game of the first round is the top seed in Chaos, taking on number 2 Whipsnakes with a trip to the championship game on the line. Joe Nardella against Tommy Kelly tonight at the X. Nardella has won the face-off battle in both games against Chaos this year. Nardella finished behind only Trevor Baptiste in face-off percentage, and Tommy Kelly took more face-offs than anyone in the league with the exception of Baptiste. Well, the two best teams over the 10-week regular season, but that only got them this far. The winner, they go straight to the championship game. The loser will play for their season next week in New York. And who knows, this could be a preview of the final 2 weeks from now in Philadelphia. It is Nardella with the face-off win. It is Whipsnakes with the first possession, and we are underway. He'll try it again, and that time down to get it was Reardon, and the rebound secured by Chaos on a nice play by Mark Glacini.
Rowlett has quickly made himself a presence within this league and within this game.
Connor Fields stripped by Dunn, but Fields gets it back. And then feeds it back door. And Dane Smith has the first goal of the game. Connor Fields, worked on by Dunn. Rolled back, gets to the crease, stops on a dime and scores. Keeps his feet from touching that white line and gives Chaos a 2-0 lead. The pole cutting down the middle as he gets knocked to his knees by Merrill, was able to make the pass. And then a punishing stick check delivered by Rowlett.
It's a continued downward spiral that they've been on since 2 weeks ago.
Thompson stuffed on the door, gets his own rebound, still can't get it to go. Now for Ben Reeves, slipped around Ray, rolled right through and scores. Yale's Tewaaraton winner from a year ago, Ben Reeves, with the highlight here to close the first quarter and bring his team within one. Penalty well served at this point.
You know.
Stolen away by Drenner as he got aggressive, and Reardon diving back to keep it out. Byrne 5 goals in the last 2 games since he came back into the lineup. The pass drop, Fields picks it up and scores. It came right to Connor Fields, and he made quick work with that shot. Stops, looks, continues on. Trying to beat Jake Furcaro down the alley, and he scores. Just inside the bar. Mike Janachuk on the run. Here for Chaos. Closing in on 5 minutes to go in the first half. Josh Byrne whips it in. It didn't take long to get it to Byrne, and Byrne, who scored 17 goals during the regular season, has his first playoff tally. Still managed to get the number 2 spot and had a chance going into the last weekend for the top spot as Connor Kelly finds a spot in the top of the net. Joe Nardella continues his dominance at the X, and it takes a save from Blaze Reardon to keep him out of the back of the net. And he is a finalist along with Trevor Baptiste for the face-off award, and it is a tie game thanks to Drew Snyder. First time since we started, it's been even 4-4, 3:05 to go in the half.
And you could see the reaction by these Whipsnakes offensive players immediately after that huddle. Here, you're going to see Snyder carry up left-handed, plant at 5-5, roll back to his right. Just a beautiful question mark, a fundamentally sound dodge that you practice, I don't know, Paul, how many times in the backyard?
Probably 10,000 times.
Here in the half, and it's Young on the run for Warner. Looks over for Nardella, and he scores! He was in no hurry to get off the field after yet another face-off win. 80% so far, and now a goal. Whips their first lead tonight.
And Chaos, no, it's time to get a timeout. Off the face-off, you're gonna see Tommy Kelly just runs off right there. And Nardella, you just can't do that with Joe Nardella. As you pointed out there with his stats, he's a legitimate threat. This is not a face-off get-off. This is a face-off athlete. So when Kelly runs off the field, he just grants the Whipsnakes a 6-on-5 opportunity. If anything, maybe leave Warner open. Don't rotate from the Nardella and then not slide. He's just too skilled, too talented.
We'll give it to Reeves. Reeves just steps past Ray, moves to the net, and he scores! Just like you draw it up. Reeves using the speed. He's got 2, and it's Whips by 2 for the first time. 4-0 run for Whipsnakes.
Yeah, Reeves has just come alive today. He's matched up in a long pole, and it doesn't matter. He just goes underneath, and you can see Newman is kind of slow to come off Rambo and X there. Matt, what does it mean to have your offense clicking with Reeves now back producing today?
Yeah, Reeves is stepping up big right now. Little 5-on-5 offense if they're going to play behind when the ball's up top.
And put it into a good spot off stick high.
Joe Nardella continues his dominance at the X, and it takes a save from Blaze Reardon to keep him out of the back of the net. Top for Kelly, and now Reeves. Reeves, skip pass, Chanenchuk scores! Was his foot on the line, though?
But here you're going to see the skip pass from Reeves across to Chanenchuk. Oh, he's clearly behind it. This is a 2 for sure. Shots earlier during that first half on power play.
Rambo got it! The MVP finalists look like it on that play. Matt Rambo, his first tonight.
His first tonight in a toe-to-toe battle with Newman. Here you can see Dunn.
A punishing hit delivered by Matt Dunn. And another takeaway for Whips. Ray winds, fires, scooped up off the ground by Bernlohr on the 2-point attempt, and a long outlet drops into the lap of Earhart, and now Rambo will settle down the pace.
You know, unofficially, that's like his 3rd drop of the game.
Lacasio on the run, adds to it for Whipsnakes. The run continues, 8 straight for Whips. They've opened it up to a 6-goal lead.
Bernlohr, and those low-angle shots, those are really easy. Those are the shots that you want your defense to give up.
Snyder bounces it in. Drew Snyder slips around Buchanan and then rips it past Reardon.
2 distinct midfield lines, and when you have arguably one of the top midfielders in the league, and Jake Vaccaro, he hasn't gotten on the field but once this quarter, so they have to.
They are 1-4-3 tonight, though, and Chanenchuk from 2 picks the corner. From the exact same spot, he's got another one. Snyder brings the clock down to 10. Now he goes. Drew Snyder working on McClancy, takes it around the crease, shoots, scores. Whips at another one in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Fields to Jones. Jones, the no-look skip. At least that was the intention, to get it to Deemer Class, who makes a nice play. The pass comes, they bounce it in. A broken play in the middle, but Vaccaro with a pretty finish off a nice pass from Josh Byrne. 14 and pretty much automatic when he hits the net. Meanwhile, Dane Smith bites into this big Whipsnakes lead as he scores for the 2nd time tonight. His first since the first goal of the game. Playing catch out high. Newman sets a pick for Vaccaro that sends him stumbling. Vaccaro slips around Bernhardt and puts it under the bar. Jake Vaccaro, his 2nd here in the 4th quarter.
Let's even get out of here healthy.
Reardon comes out of his net and Bernhardt takes advantage.
If you only knew how many times I said that, Paul, over the course of a season, so you're in good company.
Welcome to being a broadcaster, Paul.
Yeah. At least he's fully healthy. Earhart, you knew he was struggling with injuries.
Hard-pressed to pull your captain off the field, though.
That's fair. That's
To the top two teams from the regular season in the PLL, and the #1 seed, Chaos, dismantled by Whipsnakes here in round 1 of the playoffs, and the Whips will play for the championship in Philadelphia in 2 weeks. Final score here, an impressive win for Whipsnakes, 15-7 over the #1 seed in Chaos. The battle for the first ever PLL championship trophy continues in New York next Saturday, 5 p.m. Eastern on NBCSN and NBC Sports Gold. And tonight, don't miss the debut of The Revolution, Season 1 of Premier Lacrosse League at 1 a.m. Eastern on NBCSN. Coming up next, it's Mika Auto Auctions. For Ryan Boyle, Paul Burmeister, and our entire crew, I'm Brendan Burke saying good night from Columbus.